The first fully heel promo tonight for Roxanne Perez after the attack on Lyra last week. And Roxanne killed it. This was really good. She talked about the fact she collapsed last year. And obviously, after a match with Miko Satomura, people seemed to not care. She said that she was carrying NXT on her shoulders. She mentioned names like Indy Hartwell, Becky Lynch, Tiffany Stratton, and basically come across as she was jealous of their success in NXT. But this was a Roxanne who was pleased and proud of what she'd done to Lyra, saying 1 year later, you leave in the ambulance. She would ask Ava to come out, the NXT general manager, and give her the NXT Women's Championship, which Ava would say, no, when you collapsed, we waited to see the extent of the injuries, basically insinuating she was going to do the same for Lyra, when Tatum Paxley would appear behind the barricade and then be held back by officials. I love the fact, by the way, NXT did something very unique with this. As she was being pulled away, they cut away from it and went to a replay. Now, I'm sure this is going to be a match building up to Stand and Deliver, where you're probably going to get Lyra versus Roxanne. But this was genius to cut away, because it felt like this was unscripted. It felt like Tatum shouldn't have been out there. But I really thought this was segment of the night, mainly because Roxanne's promo was amazing. And then having Tatum's introduction to this was great. Having Ava explain everything, just perfect. This is things you might have missed from NXT. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. CM Punk was at NXT tonight. Obviously behind the scenes, not on camera. But this photo was snapped and it went really crazy on social media that Punk was there. It's a really good sign if you're a fan of CM Punk, because the perspective on CM Punk changed a lot after his run in AEW. He seems to have a desire to be involved since coming back to WWE. This is not the first time we've seen CM Punk around the NXT world, and obviously while he's injured, he's still there, obviously probably mentoring people and talking through matches and stuff like that. Good for Punk. High tension tonight between Ilja Dragunov and Tony D'Angelo. I really appreciate the family explaining the actions last week with the whole Trick Williams thing, having it be Stax who pushed the button to originally play Trick Williams' theme song, explaining how Tony got Trick to do what he did and return at the end. But Ilja Dragunov would show up at the restaurant and they would have a nice little talk about the fact Tony D'Angelo is the new #1 contender for Stand and Deliver. Ilja Dragunov would say the title belt means everything to him, and Tony said, I respect you, but this ain't personal. And he would be kidnapped. Ilja Dragunov legit got kidnapped on NXT tonight by the family. He was taken to the bridge where Tony D'Angelo would claim he's taken many people before and walked away alone. I like the fact, though, by the way, Dragunov got kidnapped and he still didn't have a single hair out of place. How? Nice little throwback, was this does seem to be the same bridge that Tony took 2 dimes. Well, obviously, we saw Tony D'Angelo and the family get rid of 2 dimes a while ago now, but it does seem to be the same bridge that Ilja Dragunov was left stranded on as the family would leave. I do like Dragunov, though, defiant till the end, simply saying, I always find a way. This was nothing more than a warning shot by Tony D'Angelo to show his power. Honestly, I'm hyped for Stand and Deliver in this main event match. NXT started this week with OTM attacking the LWO just moments before their tag team match. This really reminded me of like WCW. I don't know if you remember this, but like the cruiserweights would often face off against much bigger guys to highlight the cruiserweights. And that's exactly what we saw here. The Joaquin Wilde jumping off the back of Nima, like the height he got, the impact he seemed to land with was insane. The springboard 450 with the assist from Cruz as well was insane. It would be enough for the LWO to get the win tonight and move on, if you will, to the NXT Championship triple threat match where they will have a #1 contender spot and the winner will face the Wolf Dogs. Logan Paul on his podcast Impulsive today would reveal that Cleveland, Ohio would host SummerSlam this year. That was heavily rumoured, but confirmation is there. I know a few people are now happy and willing to go to the show. Are you tempted to go to SummerSlam? Let me know in the comments down below. Robert Stone got brutalized tonight by Lexus King. He was hoping to prove himself because he's a father and he wanted to show his kids he could do it. Well, no. He had his moments, but it was Lexus King's night and Lexus King was dominant. Von Wagner would come out after the match to save Robert Stone. He didn't get into the ring with Lexus, but instead he would carry off Robert Stone. Look at this. The dude does not look comfortable at all. Oh, poor Robert Stone, man. Oh, I love this. Talking of brutalization, though, tonight, after Jensen would piss off Oba Femi in the parking lot, we saw the brutalization of Jensen. Commentary even referencing how Oba Femi was playing with Brookes Jensen. We actually saw Josh Briggs come out to try and help his friend, try and give him some kind of energy boost. It didn't work. Oba Femi was dominant tonight, and all Briggs could do was watch Jensen get obliterated. Yes, Oba Femi won. Oba Femi very dominant right now, and I need to make a personal request. Mattel, make this figure. Oh my god, he looks so good. Prior to the match, though, we did see Dijak stand up to Oba Femi. I think this is obviously the next feud, and this is really good. Dijak coming off that big match with Joe Gacy, and then now you've got Oba Femi in the headlights. I like this. This is going to be a big test for Oba Femi. This is the face you make when NXT does something very unique. It was a low blow finish as Gigi Dolin would low blow Arianna Grace tonight, causing a disqualification. What this means now is Gigi Dolin is under the control of Arianna Grace. Things could get interesting there. Jacy Jayne would screw Thea Hail tonight in her tag match, pulling Fallon Henley out the way, causing Thea Hail to take the blow. Didn't seem to care at all. Thea would then lose the match, but of course Thea Hail would cut a promo afterwards talking about how actually she's realised what Jacy Jayne's all about. She's realised she's toxic and she wants nothing to do with her. And the old Thea Hail is back. This is clearly setting up a future tag match here. I'm fine with that. I'm glad the old Thea Hail is back. Can we keep Thea and Fallon as a tag team? I think they look really good together. Shawn Spears would return to NXT ring tonight in action against Ridge Holland as the theme of the night, brutalization, continued as he would punish Ridge for not embracing the rage. But Ridge did. Ridge got angry. He even exposed the candy on the announce table. Very interesting though. Something seemed to happen here off camera. I think Ridge threw the candy. We'll come back to that. He threw Shawn Spears through the table. We know that. The referee stopped him swinging the chair, allowing Shawn Spears to pick up the win. And you can see here in the long shot, the candy is all over the floor. Oh, poor Vic Joseph's candy, man. Honestly, that's like the biggest heel storyline in NXT. What you do to Vic Joseph's candy. Trick Williams would put his side of the story out tonight, talking about how Carmelo Hayes was inspiration to him. Seeing him succeed made Trick want to succeed. I love the fact that he brought up the attack, saying that Carmelo Hayes lied to him for weeks about the attacker being Ilja Dragunov, etc. Bringing it all back round again. I love that. He did challenge Carmelo Hayes to a match. At Stand and Deliver, he said, "I had your back, you stabbed me in mine, now I want payback." Good line from Trick Williams. Metaphor would come out. I actually have no idea why. This was the most random thing I've seen for a while. But it wouldn't end well. Unless you're Lash Legend, who got a kiss. This would take me another 10 minutes to explain what the hell went on. I thought it was brilliant though. Are we going to have Lash and Trick now sort of join forces? Fun NXT, as always. Lots of build, obviously, Stand and Deliver next week as well. Very fun. 7.5 out of 10 seems very fair tonight. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. You'll never have to miss another upload. Like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!